Okay, so question 5, now we're going to start doing the calculations. We're going to start actually making these ratios. So question 5 says, determine each side length ratio, and remember a ratio just means a fraction, you know, like A over B, for triangles ABC and DEC using angle C as the reference angle. Write your answers as decimals rounded to the nearest thousandth. Okay, so this means we're going to go 1, 2, 3 numbers after the decimal point. That's the thousandth place. Okay, we've already calculated these millimeters, these measurements in millimeters, so we're just going to grab our numbers from the other page. And remember, your numbers will be different. Okay? They don't have to be exactly the same as my numbers because you didn't put your side in exactly the same place. But that's okay because we're still going to get the same answers, and you'll see why. Okay? We want the side opposite of angle C divided by the hypotenuse. So let's go back and say, down here we have AB is the opposite to angle C, so I'm going to be dividing AB over the hypotenuse, which we said was AC. Okay? So I want AB over AC. Okay? And I'm going to go find what those measurements were. AB is 102. Okay? So AB is 102. And then AC is 144. Okay, so grab a, well, let's put an approximately equal to because we're going to be rounding. Okay, now use your scientific calculator and round this answer to the nearest hundredth. Okay, on my calculator, I get 102 divided by 144, and I get 0.708. Okay. This is about 0.708. Okay, so far, so good. Okay, now let's do part B. We want the side adjacent to angle C. Okay, so let's figure out which one was the side adjacent. Okay, the side BC is the one adjacent to angle C, so I'm going to put BC here. And I want to divide that by the hypotenuse, which I know from up here is AC. Okay. So now I want, how long was BC? If I go back and I look here, BC was 102. So I'm going to put 102. And AC, I already know is 144. Okay. And I've already done this on the calculator, 102 divided by 144, so I know the answer is still going to be the same. I could do it on the calculator again anyway, but it would be 102 divided by 144, 0.708. Okay, so far so good. Now let's look at part C. We want the side opposite of angle C divided by the side adjacent to angle C. Okay, so the side opposite of angle C, let's look down here, is AB. Okay, so let's get AB. And we want to divide that by the side adjacent. And I know from up here, the side adjacent was BC. Okay. So I know from up here that AB was 102. So I'm going to put 102. And I know that BC here was also 102. So I'm going to put 102 here. And then if I have the same number on the top and bottom, I could divide it on the calculator, but I know I'm going to get 1. So I could do 102 divided by 102, and I get 1. All right, so far so good. I found all 3 of my trigonometric ratios. We're basically calculating these numbers, and these numbers are special because they're going to tell us some information about the angles and the side lengths. And it's all going to make sense in a little bit.